Welcome to your 2023 Guidance from the Angels. I'm Devon Duerr. I'm an angel intuitive and spiritual teacher, and it is my honor to share these messages from the angels with you. Getting started with the overall energy for 2023. It's going to be about going within, not getting into a place of expecting the worst, where we ultimately create self-fulfilling prophecies. We're going to be focusing on the good that's coming, even though we may not be able to see it. We might experience some sleepless nights if we allow our mind to take over and start expecting the worst. So make sure that you're focusing on what your heart really wants. This video I'm releasing early so that you can start planning for the year. We don't want to miss opportunities in 2023 to go for what it is that we really want. We don't want to allow ourselves to get into a place of discontentment or boredom. We are being asked this year to open your eyes to all the possibilities. Don't allow your mind to take over and tell you something cannot happen, because it can happen, and it's going to take us focusing on our goal, checking in with our heart, learning to trust our intuition. This is going to be how we avoid missing opportunities or getting into a place of boredom or discontentment where we might accidentally take emotional risks or financial risks that are not in our highest interest to take. So this is the year where you're being called to action. You're being asked to be logical. Be honest with yourself. Avoid being impulsive, but go ahead and be curious. Just be cautious when you do that. Check in with your intuition as you're working to learn things. We might hear some challenging information. We might hear of delays or changes to plans that we thought we were doing in 2023. But this is ultimately giving us an opportunity to see things from a different perspective, to build our skills, and to really check in to make sure the path we're on right now is the right path. We may find that people around us are saying things in a very tactless way. We may find that emotions are flying all over the place. So keep that in mind as you are starting to look at your 2023 year. Have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, a plan D for making sure that you're checking in with your heart and you're on the path that you really want to be in. This is going to mean spiritual practice on a daily basis, deepening your spiritual knowledge, tapping into spiritual wisdom, and of course, connecting with the angels every day. Before I get deeper into the guidance for 2023, I want to make sure you know about my free 5-day journaling challenge designed to teach you how to connect with the angels on a deeper daily basis. You get a free downloadable PDF with this, and it guides you through the process. You'll get an angel message in your inbox every day with your email. The PDF can either be printed out and used. I prefer writing with a pen, but you can edit it and use it on your computer if you prefer that. You can get that on my website, devonduerr.com. And I also want to make sure you keep an eye out for a holiday bundle that's coming out. If you're seeing this right after I release this video, it's going to be coming out very soon. I'm really excited about it. I released my custom journal, Book of Evidence, Proof Your Angels Are With You, this past March 2022. And I'm going to be bringing in some other tools that I'm going to be bundling with this. So I really hope you'll keep an eye out for that. If you haven't picked up your copy yet, I really encourage you to check it out. That's all on my website as well. It has custom templates designed to help you identify and deepen your intuitive abilities, track your intuition, of course, give your future self that gift of hindsight. Also, at the time of recording this video, I wanted to make sure you're aware of the other shows I'm doing. I work with SeriousJoy.com. I'm very honored to do that, where I offer a weekly show called Angels Aligning, and I offer weekly messages on a day-by-day basis aligning with the Serious Joy Step System, as well as host or co-host a weekly show called Soul Support Group with my other lovely co-hosts that are on the Serious Joy team. And it's a great way to bring in more tools into your daily practice, which is a big part of what we're being asked to do this year. You can try your first month out for only $3.99. And if you would like to check that out, I encourage you to go to SeriousJoy.com. As I move through these messages, if any of these messages resonate with you, I would encourage you to please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow. And I want you to know that the way I work with the angels is I always ask for these messages to reach you when it's in your highest interest. So whether you're watching this video before 2023, in the middle of 2023, or even late 2023, notice what resonates with you. The angels know when it's going to come in front of you. So it's about what's getting your attention, what's making you stop and pause. I say a prayer of protection so that I know I'm only connecting with God's highest vibrational beings and that these messages be in the highest good of those who come across it. So keep that in mind as well, because angels will not tell you what to do. They never want us to give our power away. So because this is a group message, if something does not resonate, leave it behind. It may be for someone else. However, if something does resonate, and I really, really want to encourage you to please write it down. This is giving your heart a voice. Putting pen to paper gives your heart a voice, and it gives your future self a gift, or even your higher self a gift with that hindsight, because you can see it's a very powerful tool for understanding how you receive guidance, how you use your intuitive abilities, and building trust in your connection with the angels. That's why I developed that journal. I teach journaling workshops on tracking your intuition. Tripping over my words, I guess. We're out of Mercury retrograde, but anyways, we are going into Mars retrograde as I'm recording this. We're not there yet, but that might be what's going on. Sorry, for those astrology fans, you know what I'm talking about. But yes, I do really encourage you to write things down, because you're giving yourself that gift of hindsight, and it's really easy for our mind to recreate what happened. When we get that intuitive hit and we know something's coming and we either listen or we don't listen, and then we're reflecting on it later, if we haven't written down all the details, a lot of times our mind will try to talk us out of it and say, oh, that wasn't a synchronicity, or oh, that wasn't guidance from the angels. So that's why I always encourage you to write things down. All right, so you're going to hear me say that on and off. I apologize for sounding like a broken record, but it's a really big deal to me. It's been huge for me on my journey here. I do have some things on my website as well to help you deepen your connection. I have an automatic writing visualization that will help you with automatic writing. And that was how I really got my start, really deepening my connection. If you haven't seen my story about how I experienced the angels when I was really young, I didn't really begin to intentionally connect with the angels until I started doing automatic writing. And that's when things really shifted for me. That's when I realized what my purpose was here. And it really changed things for me. And I'm so grateful that I have all those journals and things that I did that show me how connected I've always been. And you are connected. You have intuitive abilities. You were born with them. You're here for a reason. You've been called to action. That's why you're listening to this video right now, is you've been activated. So this is a gift you can give yourself right now. And I do wish I would have done a lot more writing after my experience with the angels, but can't change all that. All I can do is going forward. And that's why I encourage you to do it now. All right, so as we go deeper into these 2023 messages from the angels, remember, it's guidance. It's not a prophecy. It's helping us navigate this energy and kind of give us a heads up of what we might be facing and some things we can do, some tools we can use to tap into that. But they do want us to keep these 3 categories in mind as we're listening to this guidance. And usually I like to say the first thing that comes to mind, that's what it is for you, but write it down and try not to spend too much time over analyzing it, or just plan to come back and rewatch the video again later so that you can get more information, but try not to miss other guidance coming in by getting too focused on what it means. So these 3 categories I want you to think about are career and finance, relationships, both romantic or other ones. That can be even, work relationships, family, friends, neighbors. And then finally, your health and fitness, okay, whatever that means for you. And again, with the career and finance, you might be retired. So it might be, how you're going to approach that phase of your life, which is its own, phase and something that you could choose to bring your spiritual work into. So that's what they want you to think about, those 3 categories: career and finance, romance and relationships, and health and fitness. Now, as I move through this guidance, I might be guided to say, one area or another. But if that doesn't resonate with you, leave it behind. This is a group message again, like I said. So I want you to trust your own intuition, trust what's standing out for you. That's the purpose of this. The angels know when you're going to see this video. They know what's meant for you. So if something catches your attention, I love to say that, if you think it's a sign, it's a sign, because that's what caught your attention out of all the things. But we don't want to overanalyze it. So another thing you can get from signing up for my free newsletter at devonduerr.com is my ebook, Is It a Sign? And that will also help you to interpret the meaning of signs as well. If you're listening to this video and things are standing out, or as you're going through your day, check that out. It might be helpful for you, especially when it comes to you wanting to track your intuition and how you're getting intuitive guidance. All right, so moving on with the 2023 guidance. Thank you for your patience with those announcements there. Make sure to take time for yourself right now, and then plan time for yourself alone throughout this year. What they're showing me is with our projects, with our career, with things that we're trying to do financially, with our budgeting or changing up the way we're using our resources, there's going to feel like there's too much going on for us to get clear. However, they're saying this is because we need to make a decision around these things. The reason we're feeling unclear and like there is too much going on is because there's something we're sitting on the fence with. So whatever that is for you, whatever comes to mind first, think about that. And the guidance here is to try a playful approach to this dilemma, to this challenge, to this decision you're not really wanting to make, because not making the decision is an action as well, but it might not be in your highest interest. So what are these things around projects, career, finances, those things that you are holding off making a decision on? And then also know that we are going to see some delays. We're going to see some temporary standstills and things regarding our career, our projects, our finances. For those of you who are retired, things that you're wanting to do, travel, maybe, volunteer projects, things you have in mind for yourself in retirement. We're going to see some temporary standstills. And what it's going to be asking us to do is look at things differently, try different approaches. That's why at the beginning of this video, I kept hearing not only have a plan A and a plan B and a plan C, but also maybe a D, E, and F. It's okay to have those backup plans. We don't have to go way into deep details with all of them, but we are being asked to be very strategic this year and put things in place that will keep us from taking emotional risks or financial risks that are not in our highest interest. And it's going to be really important to be yourself this year, your authentic self. You may have noticed in 2022 a lot of relationships falling away, or you may have noticed yourself not wanting to hang out with the usual people that you always have. A lot of us have been attracting soulmates, and I do believe we have some messages coming in about that. They're saying coming up. So we'll get into soulmates in a little bit more here, but I'm not just talking about romantic soulmates. I'm talking about children, animals, friends, coworkers, people you're meant to achieve your life purpose with. These soulmates that have been coming in for us in 2022 and will continue to come in 2023 look a lot different than the ones we're used to in the past. Some may have similar qualities, but we've seen relationships fall away. We've seen relationships end. And that's because we're making room and space for new relationships to come in. So we want to make sure we're being ourselves so that we are attracting people like us with similar belief systems, similar drives towards their life purpose, and that we're surrounding ourselves with people that have the same view on life. So this is going to take a lot of strength, and we're being asked to go within for that strength. Don't look outside yourself for those strengths, because that's where it's an illusion. A lot of people are going to get wrapped up, is what they're showing me. They're going to get wrapped up in material things in 2023. They're going to see material things as their strength. And that's actually an illusion. We need to be going within for strength, planning, connecting with God universe, connecting with prayers, and connecting with the angels to be able to bring that strength in. Now, a lot of us have seen things not really go the way we've wanted with these things, this particular topic that they're mentioning, whether it's whatever came to mind for you first. It could be your career. It could be something with self-employment, maybe something new you've brought into the world didn't go quite the way you thought it would. We want to make sure we're in a place of forgiveness and compassion with ourselves for any mistakes we've made in the past. And believe it or not, something that we've done in a romantic relationship can affect our career, or something we've done with our body is affecting our relationship with our children or our parents or a neighbor. All of those things that have come about where we've wished we'd done things differently, or what they're showing me, we wish we hadn't sat on the sidelines for so long. We wish we would have acted. What they're showing me is a lot of us have discovered in 2022 that we were turning a blind eye to things in relationships, especially, and it may be relationship with work or relationship with a boss or a coworker or even a teacher, a trusted teacher, that then you realize, you know what, things aren't quite the way I thought they appeared with this teacher. That's when you want to make sure you're not going into a place of judgment and being really hard on yourself for not seeing those things, and trusting that this was all meant to bring information to us. This experience is what's fortifying us for what's coming for us in the future. So if you're saying to yourself, why did I stay in that relationship so long? Why was I allowing myself to be treated that way? Notice what you learn from it and what you're going to change and what boundaries you're going to have going forward to avoid that. But forgive yourself for that. That's a common thing for us all to be hard on ourselves. So watch your self-talk with relationships. Watch your self-talk with career decisions, with projects, with things that you've done in the past that come up for you, and make sure you're going into a place of compassion. And this is going to mean being compassionate with those around us and checking in with our loved ones a lot and letting them know that we love them, because we are going to have to take some time for ourselves. And we don't want to abandon those we love. We don't want to get so closed off from everything on the outer world that we aren't helping others and we're not receiving help, because we do need each other. This is meant to be a community. We came here to do this world and this life together. So that's going to be one of the things as we move into some more of the guidance they want to let us know is there might be a need to retreat, but there needs to be a balance between how much we're going within and how much we're allowing ourselves to interact with others, because we are supposed to be connecting with these soulmates and these people that we're working with, these people on our spiritual path. And it's going to be important that we're reaching out and we're watching that we're not getting too closed off. The next messages came in were really kind of more around our health and fitness, but again, you take it how it resonates with you. They wanted to let us know that we need to gift ourselves the time and the effort to take care of our physical well-being, and that may mean looking at alternative methods. That may mean a change of career. Is your career affecting your health, affecting your health is wealth, right? So your career wealth is affecting your health wealth. That's not ultimately good in the long term, because without your health, how can you even do those other things? How can you even enjoy your relationships? So the first thing they're wanting us to look around at is, where could we put more time and effort into our health? Maybe we need to study alternative ways of working with our body. Maybe we need to get a second opinion from another physician. Now, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you what to do with any of these things, but maybe our body has been paying a debt for the lifestyle that we wanted with our career or with our relationships. Maybe we put all of ourselves into helping others, and then our body got tired and didn't get the attention it needs. So it's time to pay off that debt with our health and fitness and look around where you could be investing in yourself and with your health and fitness a lot more. Now, this could mean actually, if you're somebody who is looking to have a career involving health, this could mean actually investing more into that. Maybe you are looking to get a strategic plan going, get some financial advice on how you can go out on your own and offer health and fitness to those around you, if that's been a passion of yours. So that's why I tell you, take what resonates. For some, this is a message about them and their relationship with their body. It could be for you, it's time to actually, go get that Reiki certification, go out and start volunteering to do other things that help with energy work or other type, maybe you're a fitness instructor, and it's time to start building that side of your practice a little out. So think about that as we're going through this. Another thing that's going to really help us with our health and fitness, but also all around, is to enjoy those little luxuries we have in our life. This is a message I get a lot from the angels because it's reminding us all the magic available to us right now, where our mind, where the news headlines, where those around us might get caught up on what might happen. The angels are asking us to get grounded and look around for the things that you can do to bring luxury into your life right now. Maybe that's scheduling time for a lovely salt bath. Maybe it's scheduling time for giving yourself a manicure or pedicure. Maybe it's scheduling time to curl up on the couch with your favorite book. What are those things that you like to do? I know one of my favorite things to do is to sit in front of the fireplace with a fresh bowl of popcorn and my kitties, and maybe watch an old-fashioned movie that I've always loved growing up. Something like that feels luxurious to me because I tend to get caught sometimes in the mindset of, oh, I have all these things on my to-do list. I don't have time to sit down. But we do need to relax and take care of ourselves and allow ourselves a lot of these little luxuries here. And that's, again, where we can affect our health and fitness because we're spending too much time with all our to-dos and not giving ourselves that chance to recharge. And also making sure that we bring those into our relationships. So whether it's a romantic relationship or it's a relationship with your child or grandchild, niece or nephew, where you can bring more luxury into those experiences, finding a fun little restaurant to try or trying out a new recipe, or what are the ways that you can make things more luxurious. And, I like to, when I'm cooking a fun meal or hanging out with my husband, I like to put on some relaxing music and we sit down and we'll play a game together. And we have this luxury of time together that we build into our daily routine at the end of our day so we can catch up. And that allows that romance to stay there for us. And I'm really grateful for that. And that's a little luxury. It doesn't cost us any more money to put on some music and take a little time to just relax and play a board game. The other thing they want us to know is that if we can really tap into our intuitive side and notice how sensitive we are, that's going to help us with everything, all three of these categories. One of the things they want us to know is that we are all becoming even more sensitive than we already are. And that the artistic and friendly side of us is going to be what brings in these new soulmates into our life. So if you're looking for a romantic relationship, or maybe you're looking for your tribe and you want more people to talk to and be on the spiritual path with, tap into your artistic side and trust that you're going to attract this person by working on your intuitive abilities now. There are new people coming into your life in 2023. This is what they're showing me. So these are going to be people that, we have not met before, is what they're showing me. And again, they're showing me that reminder they're going to look different than people usually look that come into our life that we've normally been around, whatever that means for you. Maybe they have different belief systems. Maybe they dress differently. Maybe they're from a different country. Whatever that is, they're coming into your life for a reason. So use your intuition to see when you're connecting with people, are they artistic? Are they friendly? Are they on the same spiritual path with you? Because this is ultimately what's going to bring new phases to our current relationships. Those of you who have been waiting for relationships to shift, it might be time to accept they're not going to shift. Those of you who haven't been willing to be open to them shifting, there's going to be some opportunity for that as well. What we're going to notice is we're all going to have a much more heightened awareness in 2023. Those of you who have already been on this path, those of you who are here, you're here for a reason because you've been activated, and we are so sensitive that we're noticing the way these energies are changing. We're getting these insights. So when you feel like you're getting that intuitive hit, please trust that, write it down. And then you can always sleep on things before you act. You don't have to just assume that something came in that you need to take action on right now. We do often have more time than we think we do with making decisions. So check your gut, get balanced, and you can even ask for clarification. I will often do that. I'll ask the angels for a loud and clear message when it comes through. If I feel like I know what it means, but I'm not 100% sure, I'll ask for validation. And that's something you can do, is stay connected with the angels and keep asking for validation in a loud and clear way. Now, the other thing I want to caution you though is that you're not waiting around for these signs and not taking action on some of this guidance. It does take action. You do have to start with the energy to bring more in. So if you are, for example, somebody who's looking to get back out there and start dating again, you do have to put the effort into that for it to happen. If you stay closed up in your house every night, eating popcorn and cuddling, then how are you ever going to meet anybody if you're not putting yourself out there? So that could have to do with, starting a project or starting a new business. You do have to initiate that energy to bring more in. So we're not sitting around and waiting for things to happen to us, but we are checking in with our intuition before we're acting so that we're coming from a centered place. Now, we are seeing that a lot of these relationships coming in, they're going to be bringing outgoing people in. They're going to be bringing our outgoing side is going to come out more. So where can you be creative right now in your life? If you're a painter, if you're somebody who works with wood and builds furniture and things like that, if you like to be out in your garden, whatever it is for you that feels creative, start doing that right now. Go join the local garden club, or if you like to sing, go find a music group to start hanging out with. Whatever that is for you, that's going to also be what's helping you bring in these new relationships, whether they're romantic or they're meant to be for other types of relationships. You've got to go into that place where you're loving what you're doing and you're creative to bring those in. Now, some of us are going to also get some really exciting news that's going to come our way in 2023. I'm getting all kinds of goosebumps hearing this, and it's going to be important that we are using our originality and our ingenuity to make sure we are speaking our true voice from our authentic place. I know you hear that a lot. I know you always hear be in your authentic self. That's a big buzzword out there. But the problem with not making sure you're being original and checking in with that is that you could create this impression with others that forces you into a place where you have this illusion of being trapped. Okay, this person thinks that I'm okay with this, but I'm not really. A few months go by and it starts to really bug you. Now it's causing you stress. You're not sleeping at night. And eventually you have to say to the person what you really feel anyways. So if you can start off from that really original place as new things come your way, new soulmates come into your life, new opportunities come away, then that's saving you a lot of time and energy later. And it's better for the health of all three categories: your finances and career, your health and fitness, or your relationships. Another thing we want to be careful of as we are meeting people and we're getting out into the world and we're getting these new opportunities is those who are really in a place of ego, those who are telling themselves they're trapped. That could be something that really affects us negatively because we are going into this really sensitive place. So if you're noticing people around you that are insisting on staying in that victim mentality, or they're insisting on they're insisting on virtue signaling, that's where I was going with that, then, be careful with how much you're exposing yourself to that, because we're going to see a lot of people who are doing that. They're saying they're trapped. They're saying they can't get out of the misery they're in. And that's like anything. It's an illusion that we're creating for ourselves. So make sure you're not getting overly focused on material things yourself. And if you're noticing people around you that are getting into victim mentality, they probably are getting too focused on the material. And, you can lead a horse to the water trough, but you can't make the horse drink the water. So you can offer love and support, but if they don't want it, you might have to take some time and space away so that you don't end up going into a place of negative or fear-based thoughts. If somebody's calling you up and sharing a lot of negative or fear-based thoughts and you try to shift the conversation to a more positive one and they just won't have it, that's where we need a boundary. We can lovingly and politely get off the phone, go cut cords, go do some shielding, and get yourself back into alignment. Because our soulmates that are coming in, they're wanting this too. They're wanting to interact in a more enlightened, high vibrational way. And we can't make room for those people to come in if we're allowing ourselves to be surrounded by negative and fear-based thoughts. And sometimes that's just getting off of social media, getting off, not watching certain TV shows, those kinds of things. It doesn't always involve people. It could even involve food or beverages or things that are low vibrational and they're life negating, not life affirming. And we want to really bring in that life affirming thing and not allow our mind to get too caught up in the fear-based thoughts that are out there. And I know that can be hard with everything going on and all the chaos, especially they're showing me that even, starting now as I'm recording this video throughout November and December, there's going to be a lot of emotions flying around. And one of the messages I got for the November 2022 video that they're saying is still going to play a role throughout 2023 is people just exploding with their emotions, just letting things fly out of their mouth and not having any really thought behind that. And they showed me in that November guidance that it was like, once your cards are played, they're out there. You can't take them back. And so when you protect your energy, you get in a place of grounded and you respond instead of react, that's going to really help you moving forward when those around you are feeling chaotic. And, we've been lately in my online coffees. If you haven't joined those, they're so fun. It's my free monthly event, the second Wednesday of every month on Zoom. All you have to do is sign up for my free newsletter at devonduerr.com to get the link. And we have a prompt that we've been doing that the last couple of months. In September, we had the prompt of how do you release anger? And then last month in October, we did the prompt was how do you handle chaos? And I loved a lot of the things that people shared. So feel free to go watch those online coffee videos. I do recordings, just audio recording of those to protect everyone's privacy, people who don't want to really be on camera. But there's so many great shares in there. We share intuitive experiences. We talk about angels. We just support each other. There's people who are brand new to using their intuitive abilities, and there's people who've been using them their whole life and they have advice for others. So it's a really great roundtable discussion. And like I said, the October one was talking about chaos, and the first thing you got to do, of course, is breathe and get grounded. But then the second thing you got to do is ask, is this my chaos or is this someone else's? And so that's what the angels are letting us know is for 2023, we're going to have to be asking ourselves that a lot so that we make sure when new people are coming into our life, they really are someone that's meant to be in our life and that we're not assuming they're the person. And, when really maybe they're trapped up in their ego and some kind of victim mentality that's ultimately not going to be in our highest interest. Everything we're going to be experiencing in 2023 is ultimately bringing us to something better than we can imagine, something that our mind has not experienced, and we are going to see a happy outcome ultimately. So when you're getting new ideas, take action on those things, even if all it means is you're writing it down and daydreaming about it. And it's going to be key that we have confidence in ourselves. Like I said, you're here because you are intuitive, you have intuitive abilities, and confidence is going to be very important as we're attracting new soulmates and as we're attracting these new opportunities. Be authentic and be confident in your abilities. Because as we see these things come up for us and we're going to be asked to take action on them, those around us that get stuck in their trauma are going to really suffer with dealing with this energy. And then they're going to be relying on those of us who are taking time to get centered and grounded, but we're going to have to protect our energy with that. Now, they want us to have 3 things we can do right now to kind of help us with the 2023 energy as we move throughout the year. I probably will continue doing my monthly guidance just to help keep the energy updated with what's going on. But I really enjoyed doing the annual video last year, and I went back and listened to it. I released it in December 2021. I went back and listened to it yesterday, and everything, the guidance I got has certainly come true for me and many of my clients and many of the people I know in my life that took action on it. So here are some actions you can take right now or keep in mind as you're going into 2023, as you're planning for 2023. The first thing they want us to do is notice where maybe we get stuck in our trauma. We've all had traumatic experiences. Some are bigger than others, but if we're allowing ourselves to get stuck in that, we're really holding ourselves back. So what are some things you can do right now to help you get unstuck? Do you need to seek professional help? Do you need to bring more into your spiritual practice? Do you need to take up a new hobby that allows you to feel more love and joy on a day-to-day basis? So first action was to do the things that you need to do to make sure you're not getting stuck in trauma. The second thing was to notice what an empath you are. Remember earlier in the guidance, they were talking about we're already really sensitive. Our sensitivity is going to go to levels we've never seen before in 2023. So many angel bumps going down my back right when I said that. So if you already know you're an empath, get ready. It's going to be even bigger. If you're here, you're most likely an empath, whether you've acknowledged it or not. So be very aware that you are an empath. Be very aware of that before you agree to go to that party or go on that trip. Check in with your intuition and make sure that's going to be a healthy place for an empath to be. And again, make sure we're doing that energetic shielding, that energetic cord cutting that I teach about. I have that offering on my website there if you'd like to learn more about that. And, trust that, the fact that you're an empath is a good thing, but you also have to be aware of it. So be aware you're an empath. And then finally, the third action to take was just to trust in a good outcome. Winds of change are coming is what they keep saying. Winds of change. These are winds of change. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like repeating it, but I can feel it. We're bringing change in here, and we've been doing that over the past. In 2023, we're going to start to see even more of that. And so we need to trust that this is ultimately in our highest good. And when you get into that place of trust, it's really going to help you with this chaotic energy, with these emotions that are flying around us. And finally, setting intentions. So they gave me 3 intentions that we can use right now to start activating this guidance for 2023. Whenever you watch this video, you can use these intentions to get into alignment. And the first one was count your blessings. What is good in your life now? Make a list of your top 10 accomplishments in 2022. That's something I like to do for myself every year because we often forget all of our accomplishments, and even the tiniest ones deserve recognition. They deserve a little celebration or pat on the back. So it can be something as small as I finally got that upstairs closet organized and all the stuff donated. And that's not even necessarily a small thing, but think of the things that you have accomplished in 2022 and look around at the blessings you have in your life right now and go back to that intention throughout this year and leading into this year as you're making plans for 2023. Secondly, clear your energy. This is a big one we're getting for this year because we're all empaths here. Make sure you have a routine for clearing the energy around you. There's a lot of different techniques for that. Like I said, I teach some things on my website with my energetic cord cutting and shielding series. Also, make sure that you're, making time for it in your daily basis. You're doing it before and after you go to events, before and after conversations that were tricky. And that's going to be important too, because we are so sensitive. We're going to be picking up on things we've never picked up on before. And that's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. I mean, it's almost exciting for me. I like doing this type of stuff. But if you're noticing things you haven't noticed before, clear your energy, clear your home, clear your bedroom. If you're waking up at the middle of the night and you feel like your mind is racing, do some energetic clearing there and have some tools available to you for that. Finally, the third intention they wanted us to do was to make sure we're asking our angels for help remaining in a high vibrational space. Sometimes I will just say, angels, please raise my vibration. Help me raise my vibration. And just taking some deep breaths and asking for that help, I'll automatically feel a shift. Or if I don't automatically feel it, I'll feel it within the next hour or so. So ask the angels for help with that. You can do that, but remembering not to get too attached to what that's going to look like or what the outcome is going to be, but ultimately, if we operate the way we think an angel would operate here on earth, that's going to help us remain in that high vibration. So one more time, the 3 intentions they're asking us to go back to throughout 2023 and leading up to 2023 as we plan is to 1, count your blessings and list your accomplishments. to clear your energy field on a regular basis. This is your physical body, this is your home, this is your office space, whatever that is for you. And finally, ask the angels for help operating in high vibration and act as though you were the angel here on earth, an earth angel. I do want to also offer you the opportunity to go back and review the 2022 angel messages. I do find hindsight is the most powerful tool for building trust in your connection with the angels, writing down the things that resonate and seeing how they played out through your life. If you want to go check out the 2022 angel messages, I'll put the link in the description below so it's easy to find. And then go check your calendar, go check your iPhone and look at whatever phone you have, go check your pictures you were taking around the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, when things resonate with you. Go look at what was going on in your life. That's what I like to do also. That's why I teach in my journaling workshops and the way that I've set up my book of evidence, Proof Your Angels Are With You. That journal has it so that you can track your to-do list and the way you're getting help with it. You can track things that are going on monthly and the energetic influences, whether you follow astrology or numerology or some other type of methodology. You can track the way it's influencing you with this journal. So I encourage you to check that out. But even if you're doing it on your own, this is how we build trust in how we are really living a divinely guided life if we're open and aware and we ask for that help. So thank you so much for being here. It's my honor to offer this 2023 guidance for the year. Like I said, I will be doing updates. I would love to see you at my online coffee, my free monthly event, the second Wednesday of every month. Just got to be signed up for my newsletter at devonduerr.com. It's free, and that sends you the link for that. And also, if you are new, you don't have to participate. Sometimes people will come the first few times and keep their video off and just listen. So know that as well. If you want to know what it's like, you can go check out those videos on YouTube of past coffees. Again, it's just going to be the audio only. But I would love to see you on a coffee. I love connecting with you. If you found these messages helpful, I'd love to hear that in the comments. And please remember to like and share these videos and subscribe to my channel so we can stay connected and you'll be notified right away as soon as they come up. I am wishing you a most blessed 2023. And if you're seeing this before 2023, the remainder of your 2022, I'm so honored you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out my other platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok as well to stay connected. Of course, here on YouTube and my newsletter. Thank you for being here and happy 2023. Remember, take time to connect with the angels every day.